Hi there, my name is Carrie Peterson and I will be discussing some strategies for teaching agriculture to community college students with autism. Autism is a pervasive developmental disorder. Students with that disorder exhibit problems with social skills, body language, communication, literal thinking, unexpected change, sensory sensitivity, and preoccupation with the subject. These students also have strengths that include reliability, punctuality, attention to detail, good memory, and staying on task. I teach at a community college, and what is a little bit different for a post-secondary teacher is how these special needs students come into our classroom. At this level, there is no IEP, and students must take their diagnosis and meet with the Disabled Student Services Department at their college. The Disabled Student Services team works with the student to ensure their best chance of success in the courses they are taking. They then notify the teacher that a particular student will be in their course and give that instructor a list of needs for that student. I have had students that have a variety of special needs in my courses. Autistic students may need a note taker so they can concentrate on what is being discussed in class rather than trying to frantically write down notes. They may need to record my lectures so that they can go back and listen to what was presented. They may need to access my own lecture notes, and it is best if they have them prior to coming to class so that they can read over the information and be prepared when I present it. Autistic students may need some extra time on tests, particularly those with essay-type answers. All of these aids, along with giving clearly defined classroom expectations to an autistic student, is very helpful in ensuring their success in my courses. In all of my ag business courses, I always assign some type of job shadowing or interview assignment in which students will need to find someone working in an agricultural career that is of interest to them, interview or spend some time shadowing them, and either submit a write-up or presentation of their experience to the class. With an autistic student, this might be somewhat difficult if they're lacking in social skills. For an assignment like this, I would give them an opportunity to submit a write-up rather than a presentation. I would also offer to let the student present to only myself or myself and a few students. I would try to eliminate the anxiety as much as possible and give them feedback that is not in the form of criticism but rather instruction for how they could improve. In my ag leadership class, we put on an FFA field day as part of the course. An autistic student might find difficulty working in groups, so I would probably assign very specific tasks that were done individually. I would be sure to give specific instruction and expectations to the student regarding how I expect the job to be done. I would also try and give them a quiet job on the day of the field day, as it can get very loud and chaotic, which would be overwhelming to an autistic student. In the courses I've taught, I've seen a few students that probably didn't know they were autistic. I've also seen students that were embarrassed that they had autism and didn't want to share their diagnosis with me. But I found it is easiest to help the student who is aware of his or her diagnosis and is willing to share it with me. As a teacher in the community college, I feel that it is my job to help these students help themselves and learn to be an advocate for themselves. Thank you.